All right, let's jump right into this. If you've been following the biblical cinematic universe, you already know how epic it is. Well, that incredible universe is getting a new name, and today we're going to break down exactly what this change is all about. So, what does happen when a creative universe decides to rebrand? It's way more than just slapping on a new name. For the BCU, this is really a moment of evolution. It's a chance to get super clear on its identity and lock in its unique mission. But to really get where this is all going, we first have to take a quick look back at how it all began. Let's talk about the foundation that was laid. So for many of us, our journey started with the biblical cinematic universe, or the BCU. We're talking these massive, powerful stories, characters like Heel Team 7, and some seriously deep lore, all coming from a biblical perspective. It just had this really distinct, powerful vibe, you know? Okay, but that foundation, it's now evolving. The creators have officially announced a brand new chapter in this journey, and it all kicks off with the name itself. And here it is, the big reveal. The biblical cinematic universe is officially becoming the biblical musical universe. Now, I know it's just a one-word change, right? But swapping out cinematic for musical, well, it makes all the difference in the world for understanding what this project is really about. Which, of course, brings us to the biggest question of all. Why? Why make this change, and why now? What's the real reason behind this new name? Well, this new name really gives us a crystal clear definition of how these stories are being told. It's a signal that the main way we experience this universe isn't through film, but through cinematic music, these amazing narrative songs, and those huge immersive soundscapes. Bottom line, the music is the story. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from the creators just gets right to the heart of it all. See, the name change isn't about becoming something different. It's about being more honest and accurate about what they've been doing all along. It's clarifying an identity that was already there from the start. Now, of course, a big change like this always brings up some questions. If you're a fan, you're probably wondering, okay, but what does this mean for the stuff I already love? So let's get into what is absolutely not changing. This is probably the number one question on everyone's mind. I mean, if you take the word cinematic out of the name, does that mean that epic, movie-like quality is just gone? And the answer, thankfully, is a huge, resounding no, not at all. That cinematic quality, that feeling that you're listening to a massive film score for a movie that exists in your imagination, that is a core part of this project's identity. Trust me, it is here to stay. In fact, let's just lay it all out so there's no confusion. That cinematic quality, it's not going anywhere. The deep lore, still there. The characters we love, like Heel Team 7, they're sticking around. Those powerful, story-driven songs, absolutely. And most important of all, the core mission of telling these faith-based stories remains exactly the same. This quote really just puts a perfect button on it, doesn't it? It's all about clarifying their identity, not altering their mission. The soul of this project is 100% intact. So, with all that reassurance in place, let's turn our eyes to the future. What does this clearer, more focused identity mean for what's coming next in this universe? This is a really practical, but super important question. What about all that amazing music and all those incredible stories that were released under the original BCU name? Where do they fit in? Well, the plan forward is actually super simple and straightforward. Everything from the BCU era, that remains the official foundation of this universe. It's all canon. And from this point on, every new release will just carry the new, more accurate name, the biblical musical universe. Easy as that. So when you really boil it all down, here's the big takeaway. The BMU is a new chapter, for sure, with a much clearer name, but it's driven by the exact same powerful, faith-based mission. The stories and that incredible cinematic sound you love, they aren't going anywhere. And that really just leaves us with this final thought. A name clarifies what something is, but it's the mission that gives it life, that lets it endure. And now, with this renewed focus and this crystal clear identity, the only real question left is, what amazing story are they going to tell next?